Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna start the video by apologising, as I so often do, and say I'm really sorry for my hair, which is terrible. It's a mum bun, but I don't have a baby, so there's no excuse really other than jet lag. Also, I'm gonna film a Halloween skull look tonight, so I was like, there's no point in washing it, I'm gonna get glitter everywhere. Also, my nails, they're horrendous. I've spent 2 and a bit weeks in Florida and I'm well aware they need doing. I'm going to do the swatches in this video, so I know it's going to bug you, so I'm just going to get it out of the way and say it. I got back from America 2 days ago, and since then I have completely decorated my spare room. This was the room in my last video that was an absolute hole. So I was like, I can't cope with it anymore. It's the room that I need to work from for my makeup and everything, so I was like, I need to get it sorted. So stupidly, with our jet lag that we have had, I decided to completely paint this room, gut it, turn my house upside down. So hopefully that's a little bit of a background to what's going on. But anyway, I'm sure you want to hear what this video is about. I am going to be doing my American haul, and I thought I'm going to split it into 2 parts because I wasn't going to do like an American candy / Halloween-y haul, but so many of my friends have been like, you need to, like, we want to see it, we want to see what candy you bought. So I think I'm going to do that in a second part, and maybe some of the little homewares that I got in another video. Otherwise we're going to be here all night, and I know how I feel when I watch videos that are too long. I'm just like, meh. So in this part I'm going to be doing makeup and Bath and Body Works, so I will get on with it, otherwise you're going to get really fed up with me rambling on. So I'm going to begin this by kind of talking in some form of order with makeup. So I got home, and I must admit I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. We got food poisoning basically at the beginning of our trip, and it kind of put us back about 4 days, and I just didn't have the enthusiasm. When I started to get better, I was like, I don't know what happened to me. I feel like the first week was a blur, and I've looked at the makeup that I've bought, and I don't mean to sound like a brat because a lot of people will think this is a lot of makeup. I don't think I have done very well. I don't think I've bought everything that I should have bought. I didn't make a list this time. Well, I did, and then it somehow magically got deleted on my iPhone, and I was going in blind, which is never a good idea in Sephora, by the way, if you haven't been. But yeah, I've bought a few things, but I must admit I wish I'd bought more, and I'm kind of like, what did I do? But anyway, I'll show you what I got. Most of these things I did use when I was in the States, so I can try and tell you a little review about them, but it will mainly be a haul. I'm not going to sit here all day and speak individually about the products. But when I was in Sephora, there was a lovely lady, and it was so humid this time, and I was like, my usual primer is not cutting it. I need help. I normally use the MAC primer, or I use the Nivea for men, which is fantastic, but it just wasn't cutting it. So I said to the woman, I was like, help me, what is the best primer? I thought I was going to go for Professional, but again, I don't really suffer with open pores, so that wasn't my issue. My issue is my T-zone is extremely greasy, and she showed me this. I'm probably going to be saying it wrong. Bosia. I will do close-ups and swatches at the end, but at the end of filming this, I mean, as you're listening to it, I'm going to be swatching. I don't know why I told you that. Anyway, this is bloody amazing. It's a perfecting white charcoal mattifying treatment primer. So the reason I would have never found it had I not spoken to her is it's actually part of a skincare range. I've never heard of this brand before. It comes with a little hygienic pump, which I really like, and it seriously is the best primer I have ever used, and I'm not even just saying that in a non-dramatic way. It's amazing. It's a skin balancing treatment primer, so it treats your skin whilst sorting your oil out, which is great, and when you put it on, it cools. I think it's got menthol in it or something, but it feels amazing. She raved about it. She was like, look, if I can keep my makeup on in Florida, you know it's good. And this stuff, it's amazing. It was $38. I'm really hoping I can get it back home. I'm sure it will cost me an arm and a leg, but I'll leave some links to everything below, and you can go check it out. But this stuff is a godsend. Love it. And for an oily person like me, for me to rave about it, it's got to be good. Next product that I got, I absolutely, before I went, I was like, never, I will never buy anything from that range. I don't know, well, I do know why I was so anti it. It's basically the Fenty Beauty range, which is by Rihanna, and there has been so much hype about it. When there's so much hype about a product, it really puts me off. I don't know why, but I'm really strange like that. And I was kind of like, I don't really like celebrity makeup. I just think, what do they know about cosmetics? Again, think what you like of me for that, but I don't know, I like to use a brand that's had sort of years and years of research, so that it's, especially with the foundation, because I'm like, can you just like put your name to something and bring it out? But anyway, I could not get near this section in Sephora. I went to 2 Sephoras, and on the second one was the only time that I was like, right, okay, what's this all about? Because the first time I went, it was like zombie apocalypse. People were like going crazy for like this, but there was nothing left. It was just bare, and I was just like, oh. So I spoke to the woman and I said, look, I don't really know how I feel about this. And she said, what is it about it? And I said, well, I'll be honest, I don't really like celebrity endorsed makeup. And she explained to me, and this made so much sense, and I feel really stupid for not really getting it before. It's actually by a company called Kendo, which they make makeup for Sephora. They've also done bits for Marc Jacobs, and they've done bits for Kat Von D. So I was like, oh, so she didn't just make it herself. It's basically like a private label. And she said to me, you know, they don't earn commission on what they sell. So they were like, look, I'm gonna be honest. She goes, the foundation is phenomenal. I've got it on now. Now, she matched me with 200, and it was the last one left. Like, again, there was like limited shades, it had just gone. And I was really dubious about it, because I was like, that's too pale for me. I have a darker body to my face generally, and I fake tan a lot. So she was like, I haven't got any fake tan on at the minute. Oh God. Sorry about that, just flinging my lid across the room. I haven't got any fake tan on at the minute. This is just what I managed to pick up in Florida. But she shade matched me, and I was a bit dubious a bit. But I had watched some of the reviews on YouTube where people said it oxidized. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. And in the States, it's really good because they offer a full money back like refund if you don't like the product. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it. Long story short, I love the packaging. I love this product. It's amazing. I was really wrong, and I'm okay to admit it. Give it a go. It's really an affordable foundation as well. I think it was $30, so it's not hugely up there in price either. I don't think it's as expensive as some of the ones I've bought. I love it. It's a very full coverage, I think, really buildable, and it gives off a lovely sort of matte satin finish. So I love it, and it's great for people with oily skin, so I would definitely give that a try. The next products I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to talk for too long because I've raved about them forever. I've told clients about them, I've told friends about them. I picked one up for a friend. Shape Tape. I bought 4. I got them in the shade Light, and then I bought one of them in Light Sand, which is a bit more yellow tone, which is really going to help with blue like veins underneath. I've got it on now. I've used it for about a year now, and it is so good for brightening. It's so good for not creasing under the eye. So yeah, I stocked up because they're a little bit more pricey here. You can get them, but these were $27, which equates to about £20. So these are amazing. If you struggle with creasing with your concealers, get these. You will not regret it. I'm going to move on to eye products now, and this is probably the biggest section that I bought from. The first thing that I got, I used my Sephora points for, and it's the Laura Mercier eye primer, and I got it in, this is Eye Basics they call it. I got it in the shade Wheat. This for a freebie is bloody amazing. I'm using it as, I've got it on today again, and it's really good if you're on the go and you're like, I want to add something to my lids to get rid of like the veins and things, but I don't want to do a full-on eye look. I just wipe a little bit of this on. It comes with a doe foot applicator. I think this is a miniature size. I don't know if it comes in full size, but this is great. Like I say, it was just a little freebie, so I thought I would show you it. The next product I got, I've never heard of this brand before. It's a product called Touch in Sol, and it is a Metalist liquid foil and a glitter duo shadow. So one end you get a loose pigment glitter, and the other end is like a cream foil shadow, and this is a colour that I would never normally go for. I was so drawn to the golds and rose golds and champagnes. I was like, no, get something you haven't got. So I picked this up, and this shade is called Lottie, and I haven't used it yet, but I think over Christmas, for like that real sort of festive party look, people are going to absolutely love this, and it was only $20. Next, I made my own palette at the Anastasia Beverly Hills section. I love Anastasia's eyeshadows. I think she had a bit of a blunder with the Subculture palette, but apart from that, I've always got on really well with them. And the deal was, if you bought 4 eyeshadows, you got the palette for free. So naturally, I bought 4 eyeshadows. This cost me $50. I will do up close swatches and everything, but I got the shade Sunset, Pink Champagne, Dusty Rose and Vermeer. Now Vermeer is a shade that's already in the Modern Renaissance palette, but I've completely hit pan on it because I use it so much. It's beautiful for in the tear ducts. It's such a pretty like pearly colour, especially on brides, so I thought I'm definitely going to get a single colour of it. And yeah, I just love it. I think these colours are really nice to grab on the go, and you could definitely just take this palette and make a look out of it. So I really love these. I wish I could have got more, but like I say, at $50 a pop, I was a bit like, no. Now the next palette that I got, I ummed and ahed about, and then it became sold out. So then naturally, I'm sure you're all the same, when something sells out, I'm like, I want it more. And I'm a bit torn on this. I have heard so much about Natasha Denona eyeshadows that I was like, I need to try them, but they are extortionate. I think one of her big palettes is like over $100. It's mad. But these she released a few of them in different shades. The 5 shadows, I think these cost me $52. I'll double check, but I love these shadows. They are stunning. They're very similar to colours I've already got. However, one thing I don't like is the packaging. I think the packaging is really cheap, and whether that means that the quality of the shadows is where all the money is spent, I'm happy with that, but I just think, I don't know, it's very thin and very, I don't know, I just think it looks really cheap. And if I didn't know about the products before I went there, I would never have picked it up. But I can confirm these shadows are freaking beautiful. I cannot wait to do an eye look with these. Stunning. Really quickly, because it's not a very exciting product, but I got the Brow Wiz by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I got it in dark brown. It comes with the colour at one end, which is really a lovely texture. It's not too soft, not too hard, much better than like an ordinary eyebrow pencil, and much better than my MAC ones that I've got. And then the other end you get a little spoolie, so you can just brush your brows up, which is so important before you start like filling the structure in, to like give them a little brush. So yeah, I absolutely love that. It was $22, I think, so that's been great. Great for filling in those little bald patches that you don't always get with your dip brow. Then I got 2 of the Anastasia Beverly Hills lipsticks. I think they're the matte lipsticks. The shades I got were Buff and Kiss, and they are like pretty much the same. It's so funny because my friend Kim, she always says when she went to Thailand, they used a saying, and it was same but different. She does it much better than that. She actually puts a little cute accent on, and these are same but different.
Same but different, but still same.
They are ridiculously similar, but yet so very different when they're on. I love the formula of these. They are beautiful. They're not as drying as her liquid lip, so I definitely suggest checking these out. I think these were $20 a pop. Really like them. I wish I could have got more shades actually, but the husband was hurrying me up in Sephora, which didn't end very well for him, I may add. There's always an argument when there's a Sephora about. The last 2 makeup products that I got, see, I don't think I've done very well. That's not a huge makeup section, is it? I went to the CCO. There's a shop in America in the outlet malls that basically does all of old MAC products that like were limited edition or that you can't get anymore. And I picked up, I don't even know what range this is, but it's the Highly Illogical Trick the Light Fantastic Powder. Now I've got it on now. I've been using it as like a blush and a highlight as one. I'm not really sure. I need to do some read up on actually what you're supposed to use it for, but I love the payoff of this. It's really like soft. The only thing I don't like is the packaging is really light and flimsy. It does not feel like normal MAC like packaging. It feels really rickety. But yeah, I'm not sure what collection this is from. Maybe you can help me. Something to do with space, because it's got like a Spock thing on there. But yeah, I really like this. It really suits my skin tone, and it's really nice when you can pick up little like unique things at the CCO, so I love that. The next thing I picked up, which is my last makeup item, is really boring, but I always use the MAC Prep and Prime loose powder, and while I was in America I ran out completely, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to buy another one, because back home I get discount for being a pro member, so I was like, sod off, am I buying it out here? So I picked up the Prep and Prime in a pressed formulation, which is really good. It's great that you don't lose loads of product, because I do find with the loose powder most of it goes into the air, but I do prefer the payoff of the loose powder. I do think it sets a lot better. You can bake with it, but yeah, this is great, and it comes with a mirror, which is so much better for like on the go. On to what I got from Bath and Body Works. There's a 2-3 little things that are like home related, but most of them are like Bath and Body. Now I used to always buy the moisturizers from Bath and Body Works like religiously. That would be what my whole suitcase revolved around, but recently it started bringing me out in little pimples on my arms, and I would pick those pimples, and now I have got little tiny scars. So I was like, you know what, I can't deal with fragranced stuff like that. So now I just buy the shower gels and candles and body scrubs and home fragrances. So yeah, it's a bit of a disappointing haul, but I will show you what I got. Now their theme, because they seem to have like seasonal themes, this year was all based around honey, and I picked up the Champagne Apple and Honey shower gel because I loved the bottle. I thought it was so cute that it actually looks like something you would get honey out of. It smells beautiful. I don't like things that are too sweet, so the apple in this like really crisped, cut through the sweet scent of honey. So it's a Champagne Apple and Honey, I should have said. I love the shower gel. It was $12.50, and as most of you know, Bath and Body Works, they do a really good offer where if you buy 3 things, you get 3 things for free. God, that is a mouthful. So the husband picked up loads of like man scent. But yeah, this is really nice, and grab it while you can because it'll be limited edition. The next thing I bought from that range was the Champagne Apple and Honey, the same scent. They have 3 different scents. It's got pure honey in it, and it's the scrub. Oh my god, this stuff is amazing. It is super sticky. Oh god, why am I smelling it when it's got the foil lid on it? I smelled it in the shop, I know it's good. But anyway, yeah, it's a super sticky formula, so don't know how it feels on the body yet, but it smells lovely, and like I say, it was a freebie. It was one of the 3 things that I got for free, so that was fabulous. It was $16.50 though if you bought it on your own, which I do think is quite a lot of money for a small pot of scrub. The next body scrub that I got, I was instantly drawn to because it was chocolate, and it was the Cocoa Body Scrub Coconut and Sugarcane fragrance. Now, going back to what I said about hating sweet smells, this smells of coconut, so I thought instantly, I was like, I'm gonna hate this. It's gonna be really chocolatey, but it is beautiful, and I think I'm gonna like this formula of scrub better. Oh my god, it's beautiful, and it's a nice dark colour, which is gonna drive me crazy when I get out of the bath and have to clean it. My OCD is going to kick in, but it's beautiful. Really like fine texture. I tried some in the shop on my hands and it was beautiful. So that was $16.50 again. Again, I think their scrubs are quite expensive. They're not huge. It's probably only going to last me like 4 like full body exfoliations, but it's really beautiful. And I think that might be limited edition too. Not quite sure. The last body thing that I got was the Dream Bath Sea Salt Soak in 1,000 Wishes. This smells beautiful. I hate the colour of it. I don't think it's going to go in my bathroom at all. And you know what? I haven't used bath salts since the 90s when I was a kid, but it just made me feel really nostalgic. And these were expensive. These were $19.50. I think, yeah, they've got Moroccan argan oil and pampering vitamin E in them. So I thought, you know what, when I have days where I really suffer with a bad back, I think these will be really nice to chuck in the bath and just make it a bit fancier. I'm going to move on to the candles that I got now, and this is the reason why I didn't buy a lot of makeup and stuff, because I was so worried about the weight of these candles that I panicked we'd be overweight on our cases, but it turns out we were actually under, so I'm really angry at myself. But I'm going to move on to the candles and I'll show you the little bits and bobs that I got at the end. So I'm going to start off with Chestnut and Clove. Again, all of their candles this year were really pushing towards hot chocolate, marshmallow, popcorn, sweet pumpkin. Oh, honestly, every candle I smell, I was heaving. It was not nice. So I've been really boring. I do like those really clean, fresh smells, and I do obviously look for candles that are going to go in my house. And this one's really pretty because it's marble, and it's got a lovely sort of gold top to it. It just smells, this smell is going to be my Christmas smell. It smells so comforting because it's got that clove in it and chestnut. It just smells like Christmas. I hate having to describe scents because it's really frustrating, because you just want to go, oh, smell it, but you can't. So it's just beautiful. I love it. If you get the opportunity to grab one of these, I promise you won't be disappointed. It just smells like Christmas in a jar, but not sweet Christmas. Manly, sort of pine Christmas. It's lovely. I'm really bad at explaining what candles smell like, aren't I? The next one that I got is Bergamot Waters, and again, I went for the packaging first, but it smells really, really fresh, really florally. It's lovely. Love it. It's part of their White Barn range. I don't know what more I can say. The last one that I got is Vanilla Birch, which I was surprised about because I normally hate vanilla. I think it's so boring, but sorry if you like vanilla, everybody. But yeah, again, really nice packaging. This is probably my favourite scent, actually. It smells a little bit like aftershave. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's really, again, warming, comforting smells I'm seeming to really like at the minute, and this is just beautiful. Now, there were tons of what I'm going to show you in the shop, and it took me forever, much to Sean's disgust, to pick the one that I wanted. And there was a Christmas one, but I was like, you know what? I'm worried that obviously I'm only going to be able to use it for like 2 months of the year, because, you know, sometimes Christmas starts in November for me. But I got this one. They had so many beautiful candle holders, and this was the most expensive one. I'm really sorry, my memory card decided to give up the ghost. It's too full of America stuff, so that reminds me I really need to edit my vlogs. So as I was saying, I can't even remember because I've spent that long hunting for another SD card where I got to on this. But yeah, this was $24. It lights up the room beautifully. You put a candle in the top, I will show you. And oh my god, it just looks so beautiful. I really wish I had got the Christmas one now as well. Now I've seen the patterns that it makes and how pretty it looks. I really wish I had. This was the most expensive one, I think, is what I was saying when the video cut out, but $24.99. It's not glass, it's just plastic, I think. Yeah, so I was kind of like, that's quite a lot of money, but like I say, it does add a really pretty feature in my lounge, and I absolutely love it. So on to the last little bits that I bought, and I bought a whole bag full. I'm going to start with the most amazing thing that I think. It's a car scent holder, and Sean actually picked this up. He was like, I found the perfect one for you, and it's marble and rose gold, and it basically houses these little pouches, which again I wish I'd bought more of, and I got it in Black Cherry Merlot, and it's just like a little scent. It just pops inside, and then you put it on your air fan. Oh my god, why can't I think of the word? But you know what I mean, in the car, and when it scents the whole car. And knowing that Bath and Body Works is super scented, super strong with their smells, I can imagine these are going to be amazing, and it's going to look pretty swazzy too. Then I picked up some of their little mini hand creams. I can't show you all of them that I got because some of them are gifts for people, for birthdays and stuff, and I don't want them to know. Nikki, that means you. So they come in really pretty little designs. I got the black cherry merlot, the cucumber melon, and then I got the vanilla buttercream one. This one's for my mum because, again, I hate sweet smells, but I knew she would like the packaging and I knew she would like the scent, and they're really good. They, oh god, they just pop into your handbag, and they were really good value. I bought quite a few of those, so yeah, they are great. I also picked up little holders for these, and I bought loads of these for my friends as well because they go gaga for them. I have them on my keychain, and they are the little pocket bags. I got them in the scent cucumber melon because I've already got like a handful still left from last time. Then I got unicorns are my spirit animal, and then I got a unicorn ate my homework. They're fantastic. They've got glitter in them. They're just good fun, and they are the best smelling hand anti-bacs you can ever find. And when I get them out before like dinners and stuff, people are always like, what is that smell? It's amazing. So these are definitely worth it. They're like $1.75 each. They're really, really good. Like I say, you just get the little holders and then they just clip on. The last little thing that I want to talk about is just a really small mention, and every time I go to America I always pick up the Aussie hairspray. I don't use hairspray a lot, only really when I wave my hair and like when I go for special occasions, because I do like the feeling of running my fingers through my hair. But this stuff smells of watermelon. It's so nice. I have to always get a bottle when I go, and it's dirt cheap. I think it's like $3 something. So that's it. I think I'm going to stop here. I was tempted to show you my handbags and my shoes that I got, but I think this has gone on for quite a while now, so I'm going to wrap it up. And I hope that you enjoyed this haul. Let me know if you've used any of the things that I've got, or if you like any of the things. And that is the road cleaner that's coming along my estate right now. Don't you just love the timing? Every time I film a video I get noise. It's just unavoidable. Yeah, let me know if you tried anything or if you like the look of anything, and I'll leave as many links as I can do below if you can get any of these things in the UK, or if you know a friend that's going to America, hound the hell out of them and tell you to bring them back. Tell them to bring it back for you, because American stuff is amazing. I don't know why we haven't got a Bath and Body Works here yet. I'm that sad that I actually emailed them a few years back and begged them to come to the UK, to which they said no, there's no plans. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this haul, and please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.